end this speech without mentioning the plight of football players. We have keenly followed through the pages of newspapers as well as the media. It is also our belief that the Nigerian Football Federation will come up with a definite stance or any form of statement in that regard. It's also our passionate plea to the executive of the Nigerian Football Federation to reconstitute the Player Status Committee to go in line with FIFA regulations. A very critical committee such as the Player Status Committee and Dispute Resolution Chamber are very important for the development of our leagues and football in Nigeria.
It is not the responsibility of NFF to look. They are professionals. It's their job. Now, the NFF cannot tell a player where he should play or where he shouldn't play. Do we have those powers? We don't. When they sign contracts, we don't know. When you sign agreement with them or you sign contract with them, we don't know. But a lot of times, when they bring in issues and complaints like this, I still go out of my way to call the clubs that are holding on to the players and say, look, what's happening? Please let this guy go. And they'll be like, no, but we have a contract with him. He signed 2 years contract, he signed 3 years contract. Then I call the agent again. Your guy signed 3 years contract, so he still will have to stay and see through his contract. No, sir. He didn't sign it. They signed for him. Come on.
But due to the attitude of so many of these fake agents, Nigerian players are now being treated badly. Nigerian players don't get sign-on fees. Sometimes you don't get paid. Only few people get paid and get treated well. So, along the line, it goes to different states. It does not stay just one place. It might be in Lagos today, then next week is in Benin, Abia, sometimes at the north. Then after all of this, it does not let them stay together. It just arranges. Sometimes they go through the airport, some go through the border. And when they get to Cape Verde, he came to ask me and said, Gayafa, are you sure this man moves people to Brazil? I said, I'm here, you are here, so we are acting together. And the funny thing is, players sometimes find it hard to learn languages. I learned Portuguese in 6 months. Some have not learned in 2 years. So learning in 6 months, I got to relate with citizens there. So talking to each other, the place where it keeps the players would be far from where other Nigerians are. So you find out fellow Nigerian, and that's it.
The role of an intermediary is crucial going forward in players' employment and placement and transfer deals between clubs and players. If, like I suggested to them, they organize themselves properly and observe global best practices in the operations, it will benefit them in their business, financially. It will improve the entire structure of player placement in clubs and transfers, basically. We have had instances recently of past heroes being recognized. I remember specifically recently the under-16 squad of 1985, the promise of the then head of state, General Muhammadu Buhari, was now fulfilled. I remember that in 2007, the under-17 team that won the World Cup was rewarded by then President Yar'Adua. Do you understand? So it is not entirely correct to say that the 1980 set, they were rewarded with houses, MON, so I don't think so. If what you will tell me is that the recognition for the 1994 squad was unique in the sense that this was the first time Nigeria was going to the World Cup. don't forget, we went to the World Cup. It was not that we won the World Cup, but all the other heroes, teams that had won the World Cup one way or the other, had always been remembered, celebrated, or rewarded accordingly.
Government is doing a lot. NAPTIP is doing a lot. We go about sensitizing people. We tell people that the old slavery is back in the form of human trafficking. We tell people that human trafficking is modern day slavery. And any slavery situation, condition is not conducive, it's not enjoyable to the human person. People are now being trafficked for sports, and people are being trafficked in sports. If you are trafficked for sports, they use football as a vehicle to deceive you for the deception. I'll take you to Turkey, I'll take you to Spain, I'll take you to Germany, and then you go. But when you get to that place, number one, you are not even likely going to go there. And even if you do, you are not going to play any ball because they are going to exploit you. But if you are being trafficked in sports or in football, you are taken there. You are going to play, but you don't have access to the money. You are not going to enjoy all the proceeds of the money for what you are working for. So exploitation takes place, and we tell people, be careful. There's a caveat we have come to let people to look at. Be careful of the contract you are signing. Get your lawyer to vet it for you. If you want NAPTIP to help you, you can let us know. You can let us know, and we'll do a background check. If somebody says it's an agent for football, he's coming to carry people. If you let NAPTIP know, when we invite him, we'll try to see. Let us see your books. Let us see how many people you have carried in the past. Let's see the clubs they are playing. Let's make contact with those players. Are they okay? Are they doing well? Of course, if I know that you have sent maybe 10 players before to Greece or Turkey, and we can communicate with them and we know that they are doing well, we can give you a benefit of the doubt. But to come and be carrying people and then we don't even know where they are. No, it's not right. And I warn them that, look, the NAPTIP Act forbids people from promoting, facilitating, encouraging the transfer of people or the transportation or movement of people across the borders for exploitation. Sending people to places where you know exploitation is likely to take place. At the back of your mind, you know this guy is not going to play football. At the back of your mind, you know even if he's going to play football, you don't have control over the conditions he's going to be subjected to. If you find yourself in that situation, don't allow yourself to be party to it. Don't facilitate that movement, because now people come after you.
It's a great one from the association. We are here to actually look for intermediaries to work with our club to take our players to the next level, and it's an eye-opening event. So many things talked about already, trafficking and so on. So it's a very good one from the association.
What I would say is you can't really tell the truth from the fake. You understand? The reason because they also have academies, they have players who are under them, but the excuse you might get is those players don't have the financial capability enough, which you might have a little to be able to do what they want at that moment. And the funny thing is, you get to find out that if you open your head, sometimes you get to find out early that they are lies. But sometimes you can't blame players because they want to be loyal to the club, because they know being loyal, they might end up being the one favored. But along the line, you can't, because of loyalty, put yourself in trouble. So many people are still at some point where they're trafficked to. They even had the opportunity to come back to Nigeria, but they turned it down because they felt being loyal to the man might make them have a better chance at playing at Europe. And at the end of the day, they are still there till date, being stranded. And they are having the fear of coming back because they might feel they might be a failure at home. But sometimes, once bitten, twice shy. If you don't have the experience, sometimes you might never know how to handle the fake ones when you meet them. Even since when I arrived back, I've met fake ones also. But the questions I throw at them, they know, oh, this one knows about football to an extent. So that's just it.
We are intermediaries, and we believe to take our football to the next level, we need to work with the Nigerian Football Association and other associations that can help to build the future of Nigerian football. Just like you witnessed the people from Nansik who came to talk about the trafficking of players out of Nigeria. So we are looking to kind of work with the League Association of Nigeria. We are trying to see how NFF can inculcate some valuable decisions that will help take our football forward. Because at this junction, we have so many problems hitting us. And we believe that the only way we can do it is to have a summit that we can bring everybody together under one roof to tell our football administrators what we need to do to better our football. And I think that's the reason why we are here today. This is our first summit, and we believe that in future we'll be coming up with different subjects that we think will take our football forward.
I really give a lot of kudos to the organizers of this event. This is the first time that all intermediaries are being brought together. And from what I've heard so far, it is all positivity. It's the right way to go. I mean, we have the highest regulatory body in Nigeria being represented, and I want to have that on the ground. They're the most important because they have to know everything that goes on within the industry.
According to the NAPTIP and state coordinator, zonal coordinator, he said anyone that traffic or manipulate the players, that export players for exploitation or traffic, that is liable to jail term, something like that. So this is what we heard sometimes ago. Being the fact that we know some of the victims, we have met them. So even my family have been a victim of human trafficking through football. So that was why I put it as a course. It's a 6-unit course for me, so that we must see to the end of this thing. If you can't see to the end, at least to curb it, to reduce the rate, because maybe let's say 10,000 Nigerians have been trafficked out of Nigeria every year through football. So during the Russia World Cup, I met some in Russia. I met some in South Africa. Even I visited some in prison in South Africa. They are footballers. They were trafficked there through football trial, but left and abandoned by the so-called fake agent. So this is what we preach. During our meeting with some embassies, we preach it that the way to stop it, we need to work together. That is just what we are doing now. By the end of this summit, we hope good and great idea will come out of it.
Firstly, I want to say this is a very good one, because they said if you ask questions, you don't miss road. We have been able to learn a lot today as it turns in regards to players and coaches and the intermediaries. I want to say the Nigeria Football Supporters Club, we are throwing our full support to this Fian, which is the Football Intermediary Association of Nigeria, and I wish them best of luck.
My name is Ayodele Thomas. I would like to say thank you very much for coming around to the first inaugural AGM summit of the Football Intermediaries Association of Nigeria. The reason why we have Fian as an association is to ensure that the business of football is done the right way, and to make sure that we standardize our practices and we work according to the rules and regulations of FIFA. So one of the aim of this association is to bring together all the association members under one umbrella so that we can synergize our efforts towards achieving what I call the win-win solution. Football, as you know, is a big business, and we need to practice and be one of the professionals that will help to develop football in Nigeria, as well as taking football to where it should be. One of our aims is to make sure that our members and the people that we work for and work with, our partners, the NFF, the LMC,
and all stakeholders come together and work as one, so that we all believe in the vision of what I call a win-win solution. As far as we're concerned as an association, this is the beginning, and we hope we will be able to play our part in developing football in Nigeria and taking everyone that is interested in football and carrying everyone along. Thank you very much. And I hope that as we continue in this journey, we shall have your blessings. You will be with us so that we can take Fian to another level, to make sure that everyone in the business of football begins to enjoy what I call